Sometimes I want to fly away with the wind. Sometimes I want to fly away with the wind. Yeah.
The teacher strike down in LA, and I have to say I just came from there yesterday, and it's just so mind-blowing and inspiring. And I think it's because the board in LA, which is largely coming much more into a corporate privatized board, really expected there to be a backlash against the unions for striking, and really expected it, and it was the complete opposite. The whole county supported the teachers and were out there, and the press was positive, and people understood the issues, and it would just filled your heart to see your city standing with the teachers.
This is not just a movement of workers, right? The movement of a working class, and in particular, a working class of women of color who are facing sexual harassment, who are facing fear and exploitation because of their immigration status, and who are otherwise hyper-exploited in the economy because of their position. So I guess one thing is, not only members facing all this and bringing these issues into part of the labor movement, but I'm also curious for yourselves as leaders who are women of color, your members who are leaders of women of color, what is it about the leadership of women of color that offers any kind of change in our labor movement, or is a way of showing what kind of leadership we need in the labor movement?
It is movements from below that are kind of pushing this conversation forward, and that things such as the Green New Deal, while it does have its faults and limitations, actually began in Standing Rock, and the alternative sort of economies that need to take place also began there as well. So I also think that indigenous movements can lead the way in many ways, and have led the way, and have created space where traditional kind of party politics have failed.
So we believe that it's incumbent upon the left to resoundingly resist U.S. militarism and to think strategically about how to do so.
There's no guarantees that if you build a broad front, you're going to win that demand and then you're going to go on to the next stage. It's also true, though, that there's never been a revolution or a major reform that hasn't taken place via a broad alliance of people.
I do want to see a broad alliance, multiracial, multi-class, that spans the Chinese and Hong Kong diaspora. So there's a lot of work to be done, and a lot of improvements in terms of who do we ally ourselves with.
So we need to be thinking about how we're taking actions today to beat back the assaults from the right with a steady eye, and also how we're drawing more people toward us and keeping them.
It's an honor to be in company with all of you all, right? To be up here on the panel with these amazing human beings, right? And that there's this larger global community of people who actually believe in a different future, right? They're not perfect human beings, right? But they believe in the necessity of struggle.
I think it is the responsibility of the left and our movement to do two things. One, we have to move our people toward a bold, radical, transformative vision for our society. And two, we have to mitigate harm right now in order to realize that tomorrow. And if we don't mitigate harm right now within the systems that impact our daily lives, then we actually won't build the base necessary to move people toward transformative change.
We're facing an existential threat. Our country is deeply polarized, and what we as progressives and lefties do in the next 2 years will determine and shape the political terrain for the next at least 2 decades. So we better not fuck it up.